I will digress for a moment. I hate political correctness. I think it is a destructive thing. It's antithetical to one of the founding principles of our nation, freedom of speech and freedom of expression. And people came to this country trying to escape from people who told them what they could say and what they couldn't say and where they could live and what they had to buy. And you know, here we come reintroducing it through the back door through political correctness.
Right.
And it keeps us from having honest conversations with each other, and that's how we solve our problems. You see, we the American people are not each other's enemies. It's those people who try to drive all the wedges into everything. They are the enemy.
Yes, sir.
And what we have to do is get people to recognize who the true enemies are in this country. It's okay to have disagreements with people. That is not a problem. In fact, I say two people agree about everything, one of them isn't necessary. So, we have to learn how to discuss things with each other and not get all huffy. And this is particularly important for conservatives. Because how many times have you heard a conservative get angry after a primary and they say, well, I can't support that person because I don't agree with them about this one thing. And you agree with them about 90% of all the other stuff, but that one thing you say, nope, I'm taking my marbles and I'm going home. You know what? That's exactly what the secular progressives want to hear. They are rejoicing in the streets when you're saying that. And we've got to be mature enough to recognize that it's much easier to work with somebody we agree with 90% of the time than somebody we disagree with 100% of the time. It has nothing to do with compromising your principles. It has to do with compromising your methods. How do you reach the point that you want to reach in? And as much as I despise Saul Alinsky, his book does say something that I think is very important. He says, you may not be able to get the whole ball of wax at one time. You might have to get 10% of it this time, and 30% of it next time, and 20% that time, but eventually you get the whole ball of wax. And see, we have to learn how to think that way because we have to have critical masses of people in place in order to move the scale in our direction. We have got, for instance, this November to take the Senate. It is absolutely critical to our nation.